I love to cook, and sometimes I find that I need to go and grate certain kinds of cheeses. Well, I was thankful that I was sent this. And what we're going to do is first, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to tell you what you're going to get. And then I have two tests we're going to run. We're going to see how well this does using a Parmesan cheese wedge. And I also have a zucchini that we're going to go ahead and slice. So let's jump into what you're going to get. All right, so inside the box, you're going to have a food pusher. You're going to have the transparent barrel, suction base, which is right here, the blades rack, and it does have a bunch of different blades in it already. Now, inside of here, you're going to go and have a coarse shredding blade, a crank handle, which is right here. You're going to have a wavy slicing blade, a grinding blade, and the blade storage box. And they all fit into here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it together. Since we're going to be working with food, I did put on some gloves. Okay, so here's how it works. So first we're going to, and I'm just following the instructions. I have never used this. What we're going to do is we're going to put it down. And this actually, if you turn the knob, hold on, if you turn the knob, it's a strong suction. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to install the transparent barrel right here. And we're going to go ahead and just slide it on like that. Now, I was reading through the instructions, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take this off and put food here, and then you're actually putting in the blades. But I think we're going to do things a little bit backwards. Now, the blades here already is good for grating cheese, but when we change our blades, I'll actually show you how to do that. It's super easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our blade through here. So we're going to go ahead and pull this out a little bit, and I'm going to put in the handle. And then I'm going to take this, and we need to push it in a little bit. And then that way it kind of like locks itself in there. And then we're just going to dial this to make sure that it sticks and is held like that. All right, so what I did is I have Parmesan, and I chose Parmesan because it's a very hard cheese. And because our pusher, isn't exactly going to work for this case, I'm going to take it and I am going to be pushing it down as I'm turning it. To use it, you need to make sure that it is securely suctioned down to your countertop. All right, everything is in place. Let's go ahead and see how well this works. So it spins very nice. I don't have any major friction. It's not taking much for me to do it. All right, so here are the results of us doing that. As you can see, it did really, really well. And it's Parmesan, so I didn't really want it to be really small. So this is perfect. All right, so to change your blades, what we're going to do is we're actually just going to pull them out like this. Super easy. It did not take much. Now, to put them back on, what we're going to do is we're going to just take it and it snaps in. That's it. So I have decided we're going to try all of them so you can see what they look like. But this is the wavy cutter. There we go. So this is the wavy cutter, and we're just going to see what it looks like. And so here I have one zucchini, and we're going to test the different modes. You already saw the coarse shredding blade, but we're going to also show you what it looks like when we use it on wavy, slicing, and grinding. So this here is the wavy. It says it's wavy. So we'll have to take a look at that, but this kind of feels more like a coarse grinding. Let me go ahead. I'm going to change the blades, and I'm thinking something. I may have gotten the different kind of blades wrong, but we're going to go and take a look. All right, let's see if this one's the wavy. Here is what the wavy does look like. So this is officially the wavy. Here's your next blade. Not bad. I think this is going to make really good like shoestring um, fries, or well, they're not even shoestring fries, but they're like little bits of potato. Now for our next one, this is the slicing blades. And there was actually a sticker on it that said to be careful because they are sharp. So I am definitely going to use this. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to be pushing down. Let's see. No, got to push it down this way. So I am going to go ahead and try to push it down, and let's see what this one looks like. It should just slice. And it does. So this way you can make zucchini chips, or if you want to make potato chips, carrot chips, sweet potato chips, whatever. But yes, it makes chips. So let's talk about how we actually clean this, what we can use it for, and things like that. So it is multi-purpose, especially with the different attachments. So you can crush or finely grind them up. You can chop them coarsely. You can make these little chips. But you can also make things like breadcrumbs with it. I like the idea about making these little chips. That's going to be lots of fun. And you can grate things like cheese, nuts, chocolate. It's going to be great. Now, when it comes to cleaning it up, so all the detachable pieces like this, your drum, your blades, all of those can go inside of the dishwasher. You don't want to put the base in the dishwasher. It actually talks about wiping down the suction base with a damp cloth. It can be washed in with water, but it says do not put it inside the dishwasher. I love the fact that there is a storage container for all your blades. That's pretty handy. And overall, I actually really like this. I think this is going to be great. It gave us lots of different options for our zucchini. I can actually see this being a huge helper inside of your kitchen as well.